la ak naka la yéen a ko déggandoor gaañi mu ngi ni Sunday 2nd June 2013 Kairaba Beach Hotel 5 p.m. sharp. Chief patron on the night
Honorable Aliu K. Jame, Minister of Youth and Sports. Chief luncher of the night, Secretary General Dr. Njoguba. Magazine will be reviewed by Alaji Malik Jones, DPS.
Gambia, do not wait to be told. Be part of this. NIMCB promotion, Youth in Action, grand launching, hottest sport magazine, first of its kind in the Gambia. Live stage performance by the most wanted movie, The Boy Is Mine. Ganyi Liyena Kodega, Kairaba Beach Hotel la, Sunday, the 2nd of June 2013. NIMCB promotion la, the hottest sport magazine, grand launching. Support the Youth in Action Gambia. Together we stand.
Well, over to news from outside the Gambia now. Guinean President Alpha Condé has cut short his visit to Ethiopia to deal with growing insecurity back home. The capital, Conakry, has been gripped by a spate of violent rioting by members of the opposition. The long-delayed parliamentary election should be held in June, and the opposition wants the race to be free and fair. Let's look at the CFI report for more on that.
After 5 days of rioting and violent clashes that left at least 12 people dead and 90 others injured, Conakry, the capital of Guinea, is slowly returning to normal life. The Guinean president cut short his trip to Ethiopia and an African Union session there to address the nation.
I ask the Justice Minister to take the necessary measures to establish a group of judges in charge of shedding light on the recent events and to bring justice to all the victims.
President Alpha Condé repeated his support for fundamental freedoms. However, opposition figures are worried about the direction the government is going in beyond a purely political framework.
What is being hurt today is the unity of the country. What is in danger is the life that different communities share here. This goes beyond the voting process. I believe that in the next few days, we should deal with this question so that things calm down before we deal with the elections.
Last week, thousands of demonstrators demanded free and transparent elections, questioning the organization of the elections scheduled for June 30th. But the violence that has sent Guinea into mourning is taking on an ethnic dimension, and politicians are finding it increasingly difficult to control.
Tension is growing in the Middle East as the war in Syria threatens to engulf neighboring countries. With pressure mounting on the embattled Syrian leader, Russia has announced it will deliver sophisticated surface-to-air missiles to the regime in Damascus. Meantime, Israeli Minister of Strategic Affairs Yuval Stianets warned Russia of Israeli retaliation in the event Moscow delivered the weapons to the Assad regime. We have details of that story in this report.
In the region, the Israeli government said it would act if Russia delivered the promised anti-aircraft missiles to its war-torn ally, Syria. Watching an exercise simulating the response to a chemical warhead attack on a residential neighborhood in Jerusalem, Israeli leaders made it clear that they would see such a delivery as a serious error. Visiting an army base during the exercises, the defense minister suggested a possible repeat of air raids carried out at the beginning of the month against what Israel said were Iranian missiles bound for the Lebanese Hezbollah.
The shipments from Russia are not on their way yet. I hope they will not leave, and if God forbid they reach Syria, we know what to do.
Meanwhile, the Israeli Strategic Affairs Minister explained why he did not believe Russian claims that these were dissuasive weapons against an outside attack on Syria.
SA-300 are not just defensive, but also, in our case, offensive weapons. Why? Because with range of up to 200 or 300 kilometers, you can attack airplanes over the Ben Gurion airport, over the Tel Aviv region.
On Wednesday, Benjamin Netanyahu ordered his cabinet to stay silent on the issue of Russian missile deliveries to Syria, but by then the message to Russia that Israel would respond should it feel under threat had already been delivered.
Well, we now take our second break. We'll be right back.
May 31st at Benjamin Hall Paradise Suite Hotel. Chief patron on the night, His Excellency, say Professor Dr. Alhaji Yahya AJJ Jamme. TT Life Bond, Gambia, album Bubes. Chicken by Fam. Platinum table, $60,000. Diamond tables, $50,000. Gold table, $40,000. Individual tickets, $1,000. May 31st at Benjamin Hall. For the band, 2013. TT Barry Bagas Bond. Artists in the house. Jelly Grts and the Kumare Bond. Alex Rukut Bond. Balarangs. Bamakjak and the Juftel Bond. 1st of June, Saturday, the Duplex Night. Adesek TT. T-Small. MJ and Jemaya. Manning Mori. Sambaba. Abuan Fafa. TT Barry Bagas Bond. Gani. Lee. Nanane. Grand Dance. Live in Duplex Nightclub, 1st of June. Ticket $300 before midnight. VIP $500 only. Combined security in support of national sport. For more info, call 990-8928, 998-1118. Combined security, sponsored by the nation's pride, Gamtel Gamcel. Each one tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. United Islam.
Sabe, may mace laay xamoon naa ni mooma warga tabaara ngi nii warga tabaara waaw moom la de warga wi sell na set na wóor na amut pëndax xam nga ko de te warga wi nii lañ ko defare nga ne ma waaye baal ma dolli champ boobu ba kaas bi gën a fees waaye muy yi xoolal li muy sànni du li may waxatee ngi nii gañe napp télé loo gañe loo gañe yow da nga xamul ni warga bi ni mu sellee te neex xottu gi moo ko gën a neex mën ngaa gañ a télé waaw mën ngaa gañ a saaku ceeb mbaa biteelub dawlin ngene mën a gañ a welo ngene ma te li ci gën a neex it waaw mën nga caa gañ a rajo warga tabaaraay moo gën ci warga yi gën a neex ci warga yi gën a silwise ci warga yi buuru warga yi buuri warga yi
warga tabaara bi nag ku ko bëgg fi ci Gàmbi da ngay dem fu ñu naan warga tabaxa buuru warga yi.
Well, over now to sports. Senegal are the winners of the maiden edition of the Sub-Regional Basketball Championship organized by the Ministry of Youth and Sports in collaboration with Gambia Basketball Association. Apart from the hosts and winners, the tournament also attracted players from Mauritania. Mahmoud Asjala reports.
This was a tournament lineup as part of activities celebrating President Jammeh's 48th birthday. But the outcome of the maiden edition far exceeds expectations. Not only was basketball played at its best, the four-day event served as a launching pad for the revival of the beautiful game, which was once upon a time among the darlings of Gambian sports. Aside from the colorful and carnival atmosphere during games, the most striking thing about this sub-regional championship was the ability to unite people of diverse races from different countries, promoting regional integration and further strengthening the cordial ties that binds the people of the three participating countries, the Gambia, Senegal, and Mauritania. Hundreds of basketball fans virtually filled the stands to capacity during all matches, amongst them veteran players of the game. Senegal were crowned champions of the maiden tournament after beating Mauritania 90 points to 48 points in a very entertaining final. The Senegalese finished the tournament unbeaten, winning all three of their matches comfortably. Senegal were the favorites coming into the final, having beaten both the Gambia and Mauritania in the triangular tournament. The Senegalese led from start to finish. The Mauritanians played the more attractive style with some brilliant display to the delight of the crowd. But Senegal were direct in their play, whilst their precision and accuracy was just amazing and made all the difference. Senegal led both in the first, second, and third quarter, with Mauritania fighting back in the final quarter, but it was too late for a comeback. The tournament was hailed by both set of players and fans as a great success, which did not only stop at uniting people of the three neighboring countries, but gave the players a rare moment to display their skills.
We have now come to the end of this.